What's up, y'all? What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Emperor Atheist channel with your host, the Emperor Atheist. Today, my subject matter is on the confusion of black people and their serious problem, and what I would call a very serious problem with the identity crisis. Before I begin, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. I appreciate the love. And to all my trolls, I appreciate you as well. But anyway, the subject matter is dealing with black people, how they want to claim to be everything. Y'all know I've done a series on the Black Hebrews. I've done a series on the Bible, which is separate from the Black Hebrews. I've done a series on the Quran, on the Mormons, different things. But the Black Hebrews, I've made videos. I talk to them on Facebook. As far as Facebook and different things like that go, it's never really sensible dialogue you can have with these people. It's just a bunch of senseless, like 85 IQ type thinking and talking. Nothing real. They don't really want to debate. None of them want to invite me to debate. I made a video dealing with General Yohana and how he lied about Dr. Ben and all the lies they always tell and scream about. But I posed a question in some of my earlier videos to these black Hebrews, black Jews, whatever you want to call themselves. A simple question. I said, if you claim to be the foundation or the beginning of this book, what we call the Bible, the Torah, the Tanakh, then I asked them, and as far as what we know that this book was revealed in the Hebrew and the Greek. I asked them then, where is the empirical evidence of Hebrew or any of these Hebrew scrolls ever found on the continent of Africa? None of them never answer my questions. They always avoid me. And I also asked them, where is the empirical evidence of the Hebrew grammar or anything dealing with the Hebrew or Greek linguistics within the continent of Africa? Meaning that if you claim to have written this book and have originated this book, then somewhere amongst the tribes of Africa, which you was obviously pushed into Africa, then somewhere amongst the tribes or somewhere amongst West Africa or East Africa or Central Africa, we should find some trace of the Torah or the Tanakh or the Bible or the grammar rules. Where is it any record of any ancient Hebrew grammarian, ancient Hebrew black grammarian, that says these are the Hebrew rules? These are how the grammarian rules are supposed to go. You know, until you can produce this, then you're basically making a fool of yourself. Now, this is just one point I want to make to you, black Hebrews, about the language, the linguistics, because language tells who people are. I don't have to keep talking about DNA because we know some of you understand what haplogroups are, how they travel, how to trace certain markers within the DNA haplogroups, and we already know that you can't do that. You cannot separate yourself from the rest of African tribes, West African tribes. Most of you in this country come from West African tribes. You're E6 or one of these other particular haplogroups, which ties in to West African Saharian haplogroups. There's no distinction that can separate what you Hebrews claim to be from the tribe of Judah, whatever is garbage, whatever tribe you want to be from. There's nothing that separates you or any other so-called blacks that you claim went to the West Indies that became Levi and so forth and so on, that separates you and can say that you are a separate haplogroup or DNA stock from any other African. So we know that's a bunch of bullshit. But my contention is, and what I'm trying to get across to you people, is why can't you bring the evidence of grammarian rules, simple thing, linguistic history to show that you people, black people, because I'm not claiming it, I don't want no part of it. You need to show that you have a historical link linguistically to the Hebrew. Just to kill everything. Because as of right now, you black Hebrews don't have a leg to stand on in that department. Because the Hebrew University in Israel, which is ran by white Jews, been ran by white Jews, started by white Jews, created by white Jews, all of the academic classes, all of the teachers and the professors are white Jews who created this particular university in Israel which is purportedly, I'm sorry to say this, but purportedly ran by obviously the real Jews, because this is obviously who your Yahweh is allowing to do this. They have their own colleges, universities, their own hospitals, their own military. None of you have any of this. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you Africans, who are descendants of Africans, even though you hate Africans, trying to claim a Caucasian? Not only are you trying to claim a European stock religion, but you're claiming his whole religious book. You're taking everything. You're trying to just take everything except the real things. You want his book and his identity, but you don't want to go over there and take the land with the power of your God in the sky. I mean, why do you want to try to convince people that this is your book and that BlackJews wrote this and originated this, but you don't have the power to go and take the land or the military might or the schools? You can't even give me history or a record of any black Hebrew grammarian within antiquity. That is pathetic. That shows me that you're just claiming something blindly. So hopefully some of y'all will get back. I mean, oh man, I could go on for days, just actually showing why it is a pathetic stance for any black to claim to be a Jew or a Hebrew, whatever you want to claim out of this mythical book. I mean, it's obvious that these Europeans are these people, and that they wrote this mythical book about themselves, not about you. I don't understand, what else needs to be said. All of you guys are going to die, go to your grave, thinking that you're going to go to some heaven or something, because you're not going to ever go get Israel. You're going to stay in your ghettos, obviously. Keep preaching this bullshit on the corners of the major cities, and nothing's coming out of it. You're not really doing no nation building like that. Then you have black people who wants to be Native Americans. Now, we have a big push for this now, man. And it's been going probably strong by the last 10 years. Black people want to claim to be Native Americans. Now, historically, we know for a fact, this is not even debatable, that a lot of us that are over here in North America, that was born here, from African descent, we know for a fact that we have Native American blood in us. We know this through DNA testing. But we also know that we have European blood in a lot of us. And we also know through DNA haplogroups that the majority of us blacks born in the West, born in America or the West Indies, Jamaica, Haiti, wherever, Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Dominican Republic, we all know that our haplogroups show us to have at least 75% African DNA. And the rest may be Spanish, European, and a small percentage of Native American. This is what we know for a fact. But you blind Negroes are going around saying, oh, you can't trust the white man DNA test. I don't know, man. I almost kind of think it's hopeless for a lot of you Negroes, man. Because on the one hand, you say the white man is the devil and you can't trust white man's science. Okay, cool. And this is what I always say to you people who always say this on social network. You so-called conscious ones who say you can't trust the white man's DNA. It's simple to me. If you don't trust these DNA companies because you say they're ran by white man or the beast or the devil, then what I say to you, how you can just shut all this shit down and prove all the naysayers wrong, including me and everybody else who think you're a bunch of bullshit and that you have a fucking identity crisis problem. Only thing you have to do is create your own labs, do your own scientific lab testing with peer review, and just shut the lies down. You can kill everything. That's all I have to do. Anything you say that is the white man's science, okay? All right, cool. I have no problem with that. All you have to do is debunk it. Go and get your own labs, do your own testing. Get your people who you say is the superior people or whatever the fuck you want to say. Get your people, do some testing, and all you have to do is show a counter. You ever heard of a thing called a counterweight or anything that goes against something? Counterintelligence. You go and get you a counter medical scientific lab that can show that these people been lying and that these haplogroups that they showing for most of us to be 75% African, it's a lie that really we Native American. That's all you got to do. But we know you're not going to do it because one thing, 9 times out of 10, you don't have the education to do it. You don't know. The only thing you're good at is talking real good and typing on Facebook and social media with a bunch of psychobabble ass bullshit. Secondly, you don't have no scientific skill to do any of that. You know what I mean? So I don't know who you're gonna go get. Go get some black scientists. Go get Neil deGrasse Tyson. Somebody can help you out with this. If you really think there's a problem with the white man science or the white man DNA labs, it's somebody, man. It's all kind of Asian DNA specialists. You don't have to deal with no white people. It's all type of Indian DNA specialists, Asian, Chinese, Japanese DNA specialists who've been to school for years who are A1 in their field. It's all type of black DNA specialists. Why don't you get like this group of people who you can get to, rally behind you with this shit you believe? Maybe you can get some of them and say, hey man, we're gonna do some real DNA testing and we're gonna show you that the white man is really wrong. That's all y'all got to do. Then I'm done. Y'all got me. Hey, I can admit defeat after that. But right now, y'all need to shut the fuck up with that dumbass shit because it's stupid as fuck. Then you have certain blacks. Man, I just don't know. It runs fucking deep. It runs so deep. They say that they're the first Chinese. Some say they're the first Japanese. I mean, this shit runs deep, man. I don't know how many of y'all, saw Hidden Colors. And, and a lot of y'all my friends on Facebook and shit like this, but I have to tell y'all the truth. A lot of y'all so hyped about Hidden Colors, man. And, man, there was so much pseudo fucking science on that shit and historical bullshit. I just got to tell y'all the truth, man. Black people, we fucking reaching. We're going too fucking far to try to cling to any goddamn thing we want to, and we don't have to. You know why? Because Africa's history is so fucking rich, undeniably rich. We have no reason to claim anything outside of it. Not only is African history rich, but even the history that our people made in this country is rich. I mean, oh man, W.B. Du Bois. I mean, it goes so far to what we've done in this particular country. I can name so many people, man. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. What y'all keep reaching for, man? Marcus Garvey, man, first brother to have his own cruise line, man. I mean, he did this before a lot of Caucasians even did it. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man, his farmings and all these particular things. I don't know why y'all got to actually add to our history to feel like, I mean, maybe that make y'all feel better or something. But man, we don't have to be Native American, man. I mean, and basically we're not. I mean, goddamn. We know this for a fact. All civilization started in Africa. Everybody knows that. Richard Dawkins walks around. He even had a shirt. Richard Dawkins had said that we came out of Africa. Everybody know that. All of the white intellectuals, Asian intellectuals, Indian intellectuals know that everybody came from the motherland. But what we have to understand is when these particular people or tribes left our continent, they had their own goddamn destinies and they made their own cultures and histories. We went every goddamn way at every goddamn time. I mean, come on, y'all. Golly. It's just fucking pathetic, man. I just wanted to make this video on that, man. I could make like a part 2, a part 3, a part 4, a part 5 of this shit. But I want some of you black Hebrews to get back at me, man. Because y'all ain't answered me yet, man. I've been asking y'all in all the groups to please come with some empirical evidence on the linguistics of the Hebrew, of the Bible. Where can we find it in history, in antiquity, of any black Hebrew scholar, linguistic scholar, or grammarian? Y'all can't do it. I've been asking, man. Can I get an answer to that? Who can answer me, man? Zion Lex, I mean, I know a lot of you black Hebrews hate Zion Lex, but he's really a learned brother. I mean, Jenna Yohana can't do it. Tazakura can't do it. Them brothers ain't learned at all. I mean, they talk good. They know Bible verses. But can I get somebody to answer me on the history of the Hebrew, and why has the white Jews, why do the white Jews have the only history of the grammar as far as it has a beginning and a middle and an ending? Why do the white Jews only have a history of creating this grammar? Why we don't see any black Hebrews claiming this? The only grammar that y'all know is the one that is basically standardized from the white Jews in Israel. Where is grammarian rules or Hebrew linguistics or Hebrew thought outside of white Jewish academia? This is my question, you black Hebrews. Can y'all please get back with me on that? Once again, man, thanks for sharing my videos. Thanks to all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. I'm the Emperor Atheist, and I am out.